Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapple Forward Friends, and thanks to our presenting sponsor, the Small Business Mastermind Group. If you are interested in joining a mastermind group, check the show notes for links and details on how you can participate. Today on the podcast, let's talk about leading with open communication. Right now, I'm hearing from a lot of people that are concerned about the way that people are leading their small businesses. So I'm hearing from people who are employees in the industry that are leaving the industry. And when I speak to them about why they're leaving, a lot of the time it's got to do with a couple of things. And while pay is definitely one of them, the other one is a lack of open communication in leadership. And what people are realizing is that they have now been given a new lease on choosing their careers. And they are wanting to choose careers where there is an acceptable expectation of how you communicate as a leader. And this is something that we've talked a lot about on the podcast, the low barrier to entry and what that kind of festers in an industry when we don't have a requirement on people that don't have to really know anything before they enter our industry, and how hard it is for those small business owners to learn on the job. We're going to be working with a HR consultant and creating a HR mastermind group in Mapple Forward because we are hearing so much about this. And we are hearing from small business owners that are saying, we don't know who to go to learn about HR. So I'm fortunate enough that I have access to somebody who is very high up in HR for one of the big corporates that are out there, and she's going to come on board. And she's been in the hospitality industry before as a business owner, and this is something that she'd really like to be a part of. And, something that her and I talk a lot about is how difficult it is to find employers that can carve out enough time to openly communicate with their staff. And the genuine lack of understanding there is out there of what that actually means and why that's important. And full credit to business owners. There's so much that you have to learn when you become a small business owner in the coffee industry, in any industry. But between learning how to do your books and run your finances and figuring out how to have a successful, profitable business and what your products are and how to get things open and meet permit requirements and, get certified by the city that your business operates in so that you can have a legal business, and then try and figure out how to hire staff and keep them happy and train them and do all that kind of stuff. It's no wonder that small business owners really struggle to know what to communicate about and how to do it openly and what that means and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So a couple of tips. Having a workplace culture is an important first step to creating an environment where leading with open communication is something that everybody does in the workplace. So whether you're leading a group of people or you're simply leading yourself as an employee, having a culture and workplace environment that not only cultivates that, but expects that kind of communication can go a long way to helping everybody communicate openly. But it comes from the top. It comes from leadership. So step one, make sure that the culture in the business expects, supports, and fosters open communication. Step two, learn how to communicate openly. Learn what that means and and encourage it within yourself. So don't just go get some YouTube videos on this, which is a great place to start, don't get me wrong, but take some open courses on how to do that. And make sure that whatever that training is, it's steeped in assertiveness, which leads me to my third tip. And that third tip is make sure that all of your communication, as open as you have chosen to be, has boundaries. So there are certain things you cannot expect your employees to share with you. It is not okay in most countries for you to expect your staff to talk about what religion they are or are not, or what their sexual preferences are or are not. Reciprocally, I can't say that word, but you know what I mean. Reciprocally, it is okay for you as a business owner to have boundaries around the open communication that you have chosen to have. So you don't have to share, and there's no requirement for you to share anything about your personal life with your employees. There is no requirement for you to share your profitability with your employees, although I do encourage that. If done right, it can lead to a much healthier work environment. But there can be boundaries around the way that you communicate and what you communicate, particularly what you communicate. So these are 3 tips that can really help you learn to lead with open communication. And the more you foster that environment, the more willing your staff will be to lean into that, provided you're not forcing them into open communication. Open communication requires there to be a relationship of trust established within the workplace. And that is an important part of laying the groundwork for open communication. But it's something that takes time and you will have to work at it. So I hope that you will, because staff are being very deliberate about choosing where they work, particularly as there are jobs everywhere. For you to be in the running, to be considered for someone to work for you, consider this as a part of your offerings to your team. I hope this has been not only helpful, but encouraging as well. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.